Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. When you buy a box of chocolates, in every box you have an idea of what's inside, but every bite is a surprise. This year has turned out to be quite the surprising box. I started my 4 H journey as a clover bud, and at that time, I had no idea what amazing opportunities were in store for me. When I was old enough, I joined my county teen council. This one thing helped me to make new friends beyond my club, and I was able to move from the county level of participation up to regional, state, and even national involvement in 4 H. Although I have been able to attend national events, I know that our state events have helped me to grow into who I am today. I can remember my first time at SLC. I was very excited, but for lack of a better term, I was a mess. I had no clue what to do to talk to other people. I attached myself to my friend because, well, I knew her. Needless to say, I felt very awkward on my first day. Day two came, and that morning is when I realized that I had completely forgotten my dress shoes. This wouldn't have been terrible, but the only other pair of shoes that I had had were combat boots, and trying to pull my khakis over them was not a simple feat. After my mild shoe fiasco, it was off to workshops and out of my comfort zone. For the rest of the weekend, I was challenged to speak up, participate fully, and be confident in myself. As crazy and weird as I may have felt when I first got to SLC, I left feeling empowered and inspired. More events came and went over the next few years, and as 4 H helped me to grow, I wanted to become more involved so that I could help others. My aha moment came at SLC at State Days, actually, in 2017, when the previous council retired and the new one was being inducted. I had gotten to speak with a few of the outgoing members and some of the people that were being inducted as well, and they were all so kind and caring and passionate about 4 H. After closing ceremonies that day, I looked at my 4 H educator and I said, that is going to be me someday. It was right then that I knew that with some years and some work, of course, I was going to wear the green blazer. Fast forward a bit, and it's January 2020. I was at SLC and was so nervous that I had finally applied and made it to the final pieces of the application process to be on state council. Once I arrived, I met all of the people who were also running for council, and at that point, we spent the weekend in and out of workshops together, talking with people from across the state and anticipating the news to come. I want to take an aside for a moment to note that this Laurie at SLC in 2020 was far different from Laurie at SLC in 2016. For starters, I made sure I had the proper footwear, but beyond that, I was equipped with the confidence that 4 H had fostered within me. And back to SLC 2020. Even though I was confident, I was still anxious. This had been something that I had been working towards for years, and I was finally going to know if I had made it or not. When I heard my name announced on Sunday morning, that's when I knew that I was going to be able to represent the program that had done so much for me in a way that few 4 Hers get to. We attended our training weekend over Valentine's Day and immediately got to work on our schedules for the year, what events needed to be planned, things that we may be requested for, our duties in the team, and more. After we left that weekend, we were a closely knit team and we were ready to take on the upcoming year. As I mentioned earlier, you never know exactly what you're going to get in your box of chocolates. In this case, we were dealt a pretty bitter piece early on, the pandemic. For a while, it seemed as though the world stopped spinning. After the first few event cancellations, we knew we needed to pick ourselves up and work to provide the best opportunities that we could. At this point, I'm not sure exactly how many presentations we've given, but I do know that we have been able to reach more 4-Hers than ever before, and that is sweet. Not only were we able to impact 4-Hers, but this year has helped us all to become more adaptable people. In the face of so much negativity, we have chosen to be positive, to look towards the bright side of the darkness and make the best better. We make the best better with what we have where we are. One person that has always inspired me is Theodore Roosevelt. Roosevelt once said that courage is not having the strength to go on. It is going on when you don't have the strength. By forging onward when things may have seemed impossible, we are making the best better. 4 H, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Some of that chocolate won't be good, but other pieces you'll want to savor forever. Savor the time that you have, not just in 4 H, but in everything. In the moment, you might feel ridiculous, but when you look back, you won't regret it because you were there. Maybe you were making memories, but maybe you were making a difference. To quote Teddy again, it is hard to fail, but it is worse to never have tried to succeed. I challenge you to go out on a limb. Take a chance because even if you feel like you are falling, know that you have a family far greater than you could ever imagine and that we are here to catch you. Pennsylvania 4 H, we are a family, and in these trying times, we have been able to succeed and make a difference in the world. We will be able to look back and know that we are making the best of today to build a better tomorrow. Mr. Rogers said that often when you think you're at the end of something, you're at the beginning of something else. My time on council and as a 4 H'er is at its end, but I know that everything I have learned and every person I have encountered will be with me for the rest of my life. Everyone, our journey together is not over. It is simply changing. No matter the obstacle we face, we can know that individually we have the strength to get through, but together we have the power to overcome.